Hi, my name is Samar and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Today I'm gonna show you guys how to achieve a flawless base. I do this makeup every single time and everywhere I go and it always eats. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to follow my journey since this is my first ever YouTube video. This is how we start. I'm gonna use some clips to put my hair back like this. I'm gonna start doing my eyebrows. I use the e.l.f. brow lift and I just take a spoolie and I brush my eyebrows up. I brush them up on both sides. I have a little mirror here so I can see myself. So I've been searching for an eyebrow gel that keeps my eyebrows in place and I finally found it, so lucky me. I lay my eyebrows back so they don't move. Look how sharp my eyebrows look. These need to dry and to fasten up the progress I got, and I will just like put this in my face and my eyebrows will be dry in like a minute. So now that my eyebrows are dry, I will fill in my eyebrows. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, so it's especially the ends that I will fill in because as you can see I have like more hair in the front than in the back of my brows. I put a little bit in the front, but not too much. So now we do the same to the other brow. So we also just fill in the ends of my brows. So now that I'm done with my eyebrows, I'm gonna put some sunscreen on. I use sunscreen every single day. I use it to protect my skin, of course, but I also use it because it gives me a super nice glow. Now I will carve them out with some concealer. I use the concealer from Too Faced Born This Way in the color Marshmallow. So I basically put this around my eyebrows. This takes a lot of concentration to not mess up like this. And I also do the upper side above my eyebrows. So what I have on my brush, I just put on my eyelid because we're gonna use this as the base for my eyeshadow. I ate. So now we're gonna do the other brow and we're basically gonna do the same thing. So now that I'm done with the concealer around my eyebrows, I will blend the concealer around my eyebrows out just like this. I love using a beauty blender because it just gets everything out of the way. Before I apply the eyeshadow, I use tape so the eyeshadow can't move away. And now the other side. So for the eyeshadow, I use Born This Way, the Natural Nude. First I go in with the color Maple. I put that in the corner of my eye and then I slowly blend it out to the upper side of my eyelid. It's supposed to look something like this. Then I go in with the darker color. I go in with the color Truffle and I put it also in my eye corner. I repeat the same thing on the other side. So now I take another palette. This is Morph with Meredith. If you know her, I love her. But I use the white color Crumpet and I put it in the middle of my eye in the eye corner area. And after I go in with black, it's called Call Me a Car, and I put it at the end to create some eyeliner effect. I can finally take these off and this is how it looks. So I will go in with some foundation now. I use the Image foundation. It's like better for your skin than usual foundation, so that's why I use it. I don't really use much because I have a pretty clear skin and I think it's just like a waste of makeup to put a lot. So this is not a lot to me, you know. I especially put it down here because these are the places that I don't really wear makeup on. I make sure to like not put too much makeup on my concealer area or the places where I put bronzer because we don't want to put too much product on each other because then we will look cakey or just too much. I do put a little bit on my forehead, but not too much because your forehead is always full of bronzer. So now I will move on to the cream bronzer. I use the cream bronzer from Fenty Beauty in the color Mocha. I love this one. My friend gave it to me and it's just so good. So this is where I will apply it. I love using a lot of bronzer because honestly, I can't get enough. So now I do the same thing on the other side. See how good it looks? Yeah. So now we move on to my big forehead. No, just kidding. It's not that big, but we have to hide it. We have to hide it. So what I do is I put some on this side and on this side to create like a smaller forehead effect. I also put some on my lips. It creates like some kind of lip filler effect, you know, and we want that. So for my nose, I just put a little bit on my finger, this. And I'll just contour my nose in a natural looking way and blend out everything. And that's it. Nah, just kidding. So now I'll go in with the liquid blush. I use Happy from Rare Beauty, and I love this one. It has so much pigment. It's so pink. I use this one a lot. So I applied it on my cheek, but now I blend it out and I slowly spread it across my whole face. Okay, not my whole face, but like this whole area. I try to lift my face with the blush by going a little bit more up, and I also go a little bit under my eyes so the concealer will blend super perfectly with the blush. This is basically what it looks like. Right now you're probably thinking, oh my god girl, that's way too much, but no, trust the process. So I've done the same to the other side, and with what we still have on the brush, we put it on our nose because that's where the sun burns you first. So now we're going back in with the concealer. This time it's a bit of a longer process because I use like 3 concealers, but we start with the Too Faced concealer and I just apply it all under my eyes. I love putting the concealer like closer to my eyes because I feel like it brightens up your eyes more, opens your eyes, and you'll look like less tired. So that's why I do it. But I mix this one. I mix it with Tarte concealer, the concealer of Tarte. This is a bit darker, so I will put this one here, just like a little bit, like this. And now I will first blend it with the brush. Okay, so you have to be very careful with blending because you don't want any creases. You also have to watch out that you don't ruin your eyeshadow here. You want the concealer to be right under the eyeshadow. So now I look like a panda or something, but we keep blending, and this process is so nice because now you can see how I blend the concealer into my blush and it just becomes one whole, you know? It's so pretty. And now, of course, because we love the bright under eye, we will go in with another Tarte concealer, and this one is like a very light shade, and I will put it under my eyes, again close to my eyes, and this one I will blend out with a beauty blender, and this is also the last step before we go in with powder. I take a cute mini beauty blender so I can fit my beauty blender under my eyes. I look up so I can remove all the creases. I do the same on the other side. What I still have on my beauty blender I put on my chin. So for powder I use the Huda Beauty Easy Bake, and I basically put it under my eyes and in my whole T-zone. So I will put the powder under my eyes really fast because I don't want any creases. And I will also put it in my T-zones on my forehead. So I basically put it everywhere. Except this side. I really try to avoid that side because I do need a little bit of, you know, glowy, shiny vibe. So with another brush, I remove the powder. So now I go in with the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, and I just put it everywhere where I put cream bronzer. So that's on the sides of my face, it's on my forehead, and also a little bit on my nose. Also on the other side, of course. So now I use the Dior blush, and I put a little bit on my face because the Rare Beauty, of course, was a lot, so we don't use too much. Just a little bit here on both sides. And y'all know, where do we burn first? Here. Now I'm using the highlighter from Kiko, and I put it right here where my face is supposed to have shine, some kind of glow. We put the highlighter. Beautiful. I used to hate highlighter and I never used it, but now I have some kind of obsession because I use a lot. Also put it on my lip, but I just use my finger and I put it here. Also under my eyebrows, and I also use my finger a little bit on my nose. I also put it in the inner corners of my eyes, and I do use a brush for that one. So to set the base, I use the setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury, and I use a lot. I really get it in there. I use my good friend again. I especially want to dry my eyelids because I cannot open my eyes if they're still wet. So now that my face is dry, I go in with the lip liner from Catrice in the color 040. And it's super cheap, but it's so good. I love this one. I always overlay my upper lip because it's way smaller than the other lip, so I have to fix it. So then that's basically what it looks like. It's important to blend the line out a little bit, not too much, because I kind of like the effect of a lip liner. So I now go in with the Kiko lip gloss in the color 2, I think. I love this color because it's like a little bit lighter, and when you make the insides of your lips a little bit lighter, your lips will look bigger. And what do we love? Big lips. So I'm done. This is the final results. The base looks so flawless. I really think I ate. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, like, subscribe. I would love to talk to you guys and for you guys to see my next videos, because I'm planning on a lot of nice things, a lot of nice new videos. So if you like this video, please let me know, so I will continue making these type of videos, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!